Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again. And this time we're going to look at a game called 1945 K3. And this was created by a company called Oriental and Promat in 2000. And they are Korean companies. And this is a ripoff of Strikers 1945 3. It's not totally the same, but they ripped off some aspects of the game. This was suggested by YouTube user Sonic Ace 24, and it's a playable enough shooter. You have like 10 different planes that you can pick from, and you go through I think 7 missions, and you face enemy bosses at the end of each mission. There's not a whole lot of flash to this game. Nothing too much to make it stand out, but the graphics are nice enough. Now you notice that there are just 9 fighters there, and then there's a potpourri, a mix of them you can choose from the question mark. But there is one special hidden one, and we'll look at that later. I'm not sure which is better out of all the different planes, but we'll go ahead and get started. In this one you have a shot, and you can charge it by holding down the button and then releasing after a short while. And you have bombs too. There is a meter at the bottom, and it is filling up not by you shooting or by destroying enemies or anything, but on its own. It'll just fill up on its own, little bit by little bit. And there are 3 parts to it. There is one level 1 of your shot that you can use when you charge it. There's level 2, and there's level 3. If you let it fill up all the way, it'll become level 3. And then you can hold down the fire button and release to make a really powerful charged shot. And that charged shot differs with each plane. We'll look at that charged shot in a little bit. And again, there are bombs as well, secondary weapons. There is no rapid fire shot, unfortunately. You have to keep pressing the button. There's kind of a cool little slot machine theme with bonus items that the enemies drop. There are also weapon power-ups, a little P that floats around that can be released by some defeated enemies. And I think you can upgrade it like 3 times, and that's it. After that, it's just extra points. Oh crap, I was not ready for that. Well, this here is the boss. You drop a lot of... there was a charged shot. And there is the bomb. But we will look at all the different planes a little bit later on. This gets into typically heavy bullet hell territory, especially later on in the game. But yeah, there's plums and watermelons and bars and cherries and bells and 7s that the enemies sometimes drop. But now we're on mission 2. Yeah, it's not super bad right now in terms of bullet hell, but it certainly gets there. I won't profess myself to be any good really at shoot 'em ups. I've gotten a little bit better at the bullet hell type ones. Something that I can, I guess, suggest to you if you're new to it. Kind of train your eyes to be like not all over the screen. Whoa, crap. But like the bottom half of the screen, looking for bullets. and making sure you weave in between them. I will pick up where I left off a little bit later, but I wanted to put in my initials first. I'd never heard of this one. This is, like I said, it's a Korean game, and it's a rip-off of the Strikers 1945 games. I think I might have seen one of those at the arcades before. But yeah, this was created... I like that Team Muhahaha, like a megalomaniacal laugh. But I'm just going to show you each of the fighters. There is an Italian fighter, the F-15, which I started with, and then I think this is the German fighter, EF-2000. I like that Phoenix there. That's pretty cool. That's the we're going to see the charged maximum shot and the bomb from each jet. And I think that is the bomb there. But this time we're going to look at the Rafale, and they're a French plane. The last plane we look at is the one that you had to get lucky if you pick it in the mixed, the shuffled selection. Interesting little black hole type. I think that was the charged shot. Yeah, and here's the bomb attack. We'll look at the charged shot, the maximum charged shot, and the bomb attack from each of the jets. Here is the Chinese Su-37. There's I think two different USA planes. I like the charge attacks that have like other ships shooting at the enemy as well as your own. And there's the bomb attack. Yeah, this game's okay. It's this time we're going to look at the F-14 from Korea. Yeah, it's okay. The graphics are fine. But yeah, they borrowed, at the very least, the same bar charge system from the Strikers series. And that series was created by a company called Seikyo, who did the Gunbird games. Gunbird games were awesome. I liked those. Now let's look at the F-22, the USA F-22. Fortunately here, there's like kind of shades of bullet hell, but the bullets are slowed down so you can weave between them, holding down the charge until the meter is all the way up. And again, the meter will go up by itself. At some point I put on invincibility just so I could get through parts of this quicker. And you get a stop time with this charged shot just for a little while. It's kind of cool. And then there's the bomb. Now let's look at the Japanese F-2A, also known as FSX, I guess. I like that, a flamethrower there. Now, apart from bonus points, I'm not entirely sure what those slot fruits do for you. At any rate, now let's look at the USA F-117A. We'll see parts of the rest of the game in a little bit. I just wanted you to see the capabilities of each fighter. Their powered up shot, their charged shot at full strength, and their bombs. I think I have seen the fruits turn your charge bar a different color, but I'm not sure what that does. Now let's look at the British or English Tornado. And then lastly, we'll look at the one ship that, if you're lucky, you can select from that shuffled mix of the other fighters. And it's a Russian plane called the SE-LIL. I like that bomb there, that's cool. And there it is, the SE-LIL from Russia. Ooh, that's Russia. It's their charge shot. It's got a option fighter that's shooting at the same time. Kind of lasts a little longer than some of the other charge shots. And there's its bomb. Boom. Well, now let's pick up where we left off, and I think I selected invincibility at this point. I just wanted to get through the game quicker. And again, there are 7 stages. God, making it through the stage on some stages might be a lot harder than facing the boss. But yeah, I'd never heard of this one before. This is, despite the title of 1945 in this case, it has nothing to do with the 1942 series of games. Neither does the Strikers 1945 series. I've done videos for all the 1942 series of games. 1942, 1943, 1941, 1944, and 19XX. Now we're at Mission 3. But again, this was created by a couple companies, one called Oriental and one called Promat, and they're Korean companies. And this is a bit of a rip-off of the Strikers 1945-3 entry in the Strikers games. Your charge bar at the bottom will just build on its own. You don't have to shoot. You don't have to destroy enemies. One thing I noticed is that... Whoa! Yeah, look out for that tank shooting those big old shots from far away. One thing I did notice that sometimes if you have invincibility cheat on and the enemy shots hit you, you lose part of your charge bar progress for some reason. Don't know why that happened, but when it turns white, it's at full power. And yeah, once the bar fills up 1/3 of the way, or part of the way, your shot power will change to 2, and then when it's full, it changes to 3, and that's the strongest charged shot you can release. There's the charged shot. This is the Italian F-15, I think. And now it has a second form. The boss does. We'll scoot forward and I'll destroy it here. Did you notice that the charge bar turned green, and now it's back to red? I don't know if that's a glitch or if that was supposed to mean something. But yeah, this game's okay. There's definitely better shoot 'em ups. Ones with more interesting weapon power-ups. Yeah, we're just gonna skip ahead to like bosses and stuff on the levels. I don't want to do a playthrough by any means. I've been doing a whole lot of shoot 'em ups lately. I mean, I don't mind, but I'm gonna stop doing them at least for a little bit after this one. I've got some other requests I want to do that are non-shoot 'em ups. Yeah, when you're playing, especially the bullet hell shoot 'em ups, it's real easy to get intimidated. But if you don't look at the whole screen while you're playing, you can just focus on the bullets that are coming closer to you and be able to evade them in time. Or at least that's been my experience. I'm no bullet hell champion by any means. But again, I put on an invincibility cheat by this point. I just wanted to get through the game quicker. I admit I do cheat sometimes, but I will try to let you know if I do. Now we're at mission 5. Yeah, I don't know how much this appeared in American arcades. Probably not seen very much. I definitely hadn't seen this. And it's okay. There's definitely been better ones. I mean, the graphics are decent enough. The music's alright. I think that weapon power-ups could have been better. Fire off a bomb. Yeah, you can collect extra bombs by some defeated enemies dropping a bomb power-up. Hope your week's going okay. I'm looking forward to the weekend coming up, because I will have a 3-day weekend. It'll be is it George Washington's birthday coming up, being celebrated next Monday, and that boss isn't done with me. We'll scoot forward a little bit, destroy him here. There we go. Sometimes you're harassed by extra enemies even after you kill the boss. Here's mission 6, just one more mission after this. But yeah, that power level starts at 1, and when you fill it up, or that charge meter, when you fill it up to that little bump part, then that'll make it level 2. And when you fill it up all the way, it's level 3. And then you can release the charge. You know, hold down the charge and then release after a short time, and the shot will be at its most powerful. Of course, you can always release it early, but then it'll just be level 1 or level 2 instead of 3. And not as effective. Is that the triangle from, what is it? Dark Side of the Moon? The album cover? Screw you, buddy, I've got invincibility. And this is his second form after you destroy his first form. And we'll just scoot forward and blow him to Kingdom Come. So light spirits. I'm sorry, I don't know what the hell that means. At any rate, this is the final level. This is kind of cool looking. It takes place over like a volcano. Maybe that's not what it is. Don't really care. Just get this video over with. But yeah, this is 1945 K3. I'm not sure what the hell that's supposed to mean, but it is a bit of a rip-off of Strikers 1945-3. Like I said, I think I saw one of the Strikers games before. I'd definitely seen the Raiden and Raiden Fighters games in the arcades before too, but I had not seen this one. We're scooting ahead to the final boss, I believe. Just get up nice and close because I have invincibility and I just want to kick this guy's ass as quickly as I can. Yeah, like I mentioned before, it seems that if you have invincibility cheat on and shots go through your fighter, sometimes your charge meter gets dropped down for some reason that I'm not sure why that happens. And now here is the ending, and we see the creators of 1945 K3. I'd be curious to know if you've seen this in American arcades. I like how they have emojis at points in this casting list. But that was 1945 K3, whatever that ends up meaning, created by Oriental Soft and Promat in 2000. And this was suggested by YouTube user Sonic Ace 24, and this is sort of a rip-off of Strikers 1945-3. And there's Promat being credited there at the end. This was actually released in 2000, not 1999. It might have been created by Promat and licensed to Oriental Soft. I really don't know for sure. And then you put in your initials. And we got the top scorer with over 1 million points. Moo-ha-ha. I like that. Well, that was 1945 K3 by Oriental Soft and Promat in 2000. This is Crazy Calamity saying thanks for watching 1945 K3, and I will catch you later in the future with another video. Hope you all have a great week, and I will catch you later with another video. Bye-bye, folks.